Samantha Eggar, the English leading lady whose elegance and haunting depth captivated generations of film lovers, has passed away at the age of 86. Known for her striking red hair, intelligent poise, and the rare ability to balance fragility with strength on screen, Eggar's passing marks the end of an era in both British and Hollywood cinema. Her daughter confirmed the heartbreaking news, revealing that Samantha's health had been deteriorating for about 5 years. Yet she emphasized that her mother had lived a long, fabulous life, one filled with extraordinary roles, world travel, and memories that will live on forever through her art. Born on March 5, 1939 in Hampstead, London, Victoria Louise Samantha Marie Elizabeth Therese Eggar came into a world on the brink of war. Her childhood unfolded during one of the most turbulent periods in modern history, World War II. Her family later moved to the countryside of Bledlow, Buckinghamshire, where the sounds of distant air raid sirens and the lingering shadow of war shaped her early years. Despite the chaos of wartime Britain, Samantha's imagination flourished. Her mother encouraged her love for storytelling, while her father, a brigadier in the British Army, instilled in her a sense of discipline and resilience that would define her acting career. As a child, she often performed little plays in the family living room, draping curtains over chairs to mimic the stage. Friends and neighbors who watched her perform could already sense something magnetic about her presence. She had a natural ability to draw attention without demanding it, a quiet yet powerful allure that would one day become her signature on screen. Eggar's fascination with the arts led her to study acting formally at the Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art in London, one of the most prestigious drama schools of its time. There, she learned the craft of performance, voice projection, emotional truth, and physical expression. But more than technical skill, she developed a deep respect for character development. She wanted to understand what made people tick, why they loved, why they feared, why they broke. This curiosity became the soul of her acting. Her early years on stage were formative. She performed in repertory theatre across the UK, working tirelessly in classic productions where the pressure to deliver was immense. In 1962, she achieved her first major recognition for her performance in a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. The play not only highlighted her range and natural stage charisma, but also became the turning point that introduced her to film scouts. A casting agent in the audience took notice of her radiant presence and suggested she audition for film work, a suggestion that would soon change her life forever. That same year, Eggar made her film debut in Dr. Crippen and the Wild and the Willing, showcasing a versatility that caught critics' attention. She seamlessly transitioned from the intensity of the theater to the intimacy of the camera, understanding that film required a subtler, more internalized form of expression. Her beauty and grace made her a natural fit for leading roles, but what truly set her apart was her intellect. She didn't just act, she inhabited her characters. In 1963, she made a guest appearance on the popular Roger Moore spy series The Saint, marking one of her earliest forays into television. However, her big breakthrough came in 1965, when legendary director William Wyler cast her opposite Terence Stamp in The Collector. The film, adapted from John Fowles' dark psychological novel, told the chilling story of a socially awkward man who kidnaps and imprisons a young art student in his basement. Eggar's performance as Miranda Gray, both defiant and heartbreakingly human, became a revelation. Her portrayal of Miranda was a masterclass in emotional control and psychological realism. Eggar managed to convey terror, courage, and compassion simultaneously, making the audience feel every flicker of hope and despair. Critics praised her performance for its raw vulnerability, and audiences were both mesmerized and disturbed by the depth of emotion she brought to the role. For The Collector, she received the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Drama, as well as an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Though she ultimately lost the Oscar to Julie Christie for Darling, Eggar's performance left an indelible mark on cinema. To this day, it is often cited as one of the most chillingly authentic portrayals of captivity and psychological tension ever captured on film. Her newfound fame brought a wave of opportunities from both sides of the Atlantic. In 1966, she starred opposite the incomparable Cary Grant in Walk, Don't Run, which would go down in history as Grant's final film role. Eggar played Christine Easton, a modern young woman navigating love in Tokyo during the 1964 Olympics. Her chemistry with Grant was effortless, a blend of wit, charm, and understated romance that balanced his refined charisma beautifully. Audiences adored the film, and critics noted how Eggar managed to hold her own, opposite one of Hollywood's most legendary leading men. Years later, in interviews, she fondly recalled Grant as a gentleman through and through, someone who treated her with warmth and respect during filming. The following year, she appeared in Dr. Dolittle, 1967, a whimsical musical adventure starring Rex Harrison. Though the production was notoriously difficult, and the film's release was marred by behind-the-scenes tensions, Eggar's performance brought a grounded, human warmth to the otherwise fantastical story. Her elegant singing voice and genuine charm shone through, cementing her reputation as a versatile actress who could move effortlessly between drama, romance, and fantasy. As the 1970s arrived, Eggar began exploring darker and more complex roles. The post-studio era of Hollywood offered new creative freedoms, and Samantha embraced the challenge. She starred in The Walking Stick, 1970, a haunting romantic thriller in which she played a young woman whose vulnerability becomes the key to a criminal deception. The same year, she appeared in The Molly Maguires, a gritty historical drama alongside Sean Connery and Richard Harris. Set against the backdrop of coal miners' struggles in 19th century Pennsylvania, the film was a powerful exploration of justice and rebellion, and Eggar's restrained yet emotionally charged performance drew praise from critics. She followed these with The Light at the Edge of the World, 1971, an adventure film that pushed her into the realm of sweeping, rugged storytelling. While the film itself had a turbulent production, it allowed Eggar to show yet another dimension of her artistry: strength under duress, both literal and emotional. But it was in the realm of horror, where Samantha Eggar would later find one of her most unforgettable identities. She became something of an unexpected horror icon, appearing in cult favorites like A Name for Evil, 1973, The Uncanny, 1977, Demonoid, Messenger of Death, 1981, and the highly regarded Curtains, 1983. However, the film that truly defined her legacy in the genre was David Cronenberg's The Brood, 1979, a disturbing and psychologically intense masterpiece that pushed boundaries and challenged perceptions of motherhood, trauma, and rage. In The Brood, Eggar played Nola Carveth, a woman undergoing controversial psychotherapy that causes her suppressed emotions to manifest physically in horrifying ways. The performance was fearless, raw, and unflinching. Cronenberg himself later praised her for diving so completely into the character, describing her as an actress who brought both fragility and volcanic power to the screen. Audiences who saw the film were haunted by her intensity, particularly the now infamous scene involving the birth of monstrous offspring, a moment that remains one of the most shocking in horror history. Over time, The Brood has gained a cult following and is widely regarded as one of Cronenberg's defining works, and much of its psychological power can be credited to Eggar's uncompromising performance, while many actresses struggled to find meaningful roles as they aged. Samantha Eggar adapted gracefully to television. She brought her sophistication and emotional intelligence to a wide range of shows, working across genres and generations. In 1972, she co-starred with Yul Brynner in Anna and the King, a short-lived sitcom adaptation of The King and I. Although the series only lasted one season, it demonstrated Eggar's ability to blend drama and comedy while maintaining a sense of dignity and charm.